Necat polaris is super tergum Aquila volat.
You'll have an accident one of these days.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. You drive that thing too fast and... Jeff? What have you done?
It's all right. I programmed it.
You what?
I found out you can tell it what to do. You don't even have to be in it. You can tell it where to go, how fast, what direction.
You told it to fly away?
Yes,
We're in Normandy, Jeff.
I know. I told it to go a couple of miles to the north, turn round, and come back beside me.
Which side?
What?
Which side of you is it going to come back to?
Well, I don't know. Does it matter?
That thing goes through brick walls, Jeff. I'm standing beside you. If it comes back this side...
I see. Right. I didn't actually say which side, but I think I just said to my left.
Yes, madam. What can I do for you?
My name is Grace Murray. I'd like to report some damage to my property by aliens.
Aliens?
They're disguised as two young boys living next door to me.
Ah.
I didn't mind at first. They just flew around with green skin, you know. But last week they paralyzed me for 5 hours with some sort of ray. And now they're attacking my house.
Are they?
Only I don't know how you're going to catch them. They can make themselves invisible, you see. In their little spaceship.
Sergeant! There's a Mrs. Murray who wants to see you.
Farther afield.
I thought it might be fun.
How much farther?
Well, I fancy America.
Are you serious? Crossing the Atlantic?
I've crossed the Channel half a dozen times, Tom. What's the difference?
About 2,000 miles.
You always do this, don't you?
What?
I suggest something new and exciting, and the first thing you do is look for all the reasons why we can't do it.
Well, I'm only pointing
Come on then, let's have it. 20 reasons why we can't fly to America right now.
We have to fix the TV aerial.
Right. I've forgotten that.
So, which aerial is it?
Over there, Sarge.
Ah. You saw these boys hit it with their spacecraft, did you, Mrs. Murray?
No, I didn't see them.
You have to remember it's invisible, Sarge.
Yes.
But I heard them talking as they flew over. I was in the bathroom. And then there was a clunk when they went over the roof. It was perfectly clear what had happened.
Yes. You take Mrs. Murray back to her house, James. I'll have a word with the
Baxters.
Thank you. Mrs. Baxter?
Yes?
We've had a complaint, Mrs. Baxter, from your neighbour.
Mrs. Murray? Whatever for?
She says your son's been causing damage to her property with his spaceship.
Oh, no, not again.
I'm sorry?
Honestly, I warned him last time. I'll confiscate that thing if he can't control it. You'd better come in.
It's the first thing you think about anything, isn't it? What might go wrong?
With you around, it usually does.
My dad said...
String.
My dad says there's no point wasting your life worrying about things that might happen. It means you miss out on all the excitement. He says life's like a swimming pool. You have to close your eyes, jump in and... What's he doing?
Who?
Well, there's a policeman just come out of your house.
We'll have a word with the boys as soon as they're home, Sergeant.
I'd be very grateful, Mrs. Baxter. Thank you.
Awkward-y. More wonderful excitement.
I didn't see the boys, but according to their mother, they do have a spaceship.
What?
Left over from a film set, apparently.
Oh.
It's not here at the moment, but Mrs. Baxter described it to me. Dull red in colour, about 3 metres long, seats 2, slightly blackened one side at the back.
You're joking?
No.
But that's very like the description of the UFO in the park last week.
It's exactly like the description of the UFO in the park last week. I want you to call back tomorrow, have a look at it.
Okay. But you don't think...
I don't think anything. But whatever bent Mrs. Murray's aerial was... Second thoughts, I'll come back myself.
She called the police. She thinks you're both aliens from another planet.
Goodness knows how she found out.
I did warn you. You have to be careful with old people. They get ideas.
They didn't believe it, did they? The police?
Of course not.
So why are they coming back?
Well, the sergeant says it's to try and reassure Mrs. Murray.
If they can show her Aquila close up, she can see for herself. It's only a model.
They've got to do something to calm her down. She's already sent photos to the press.
Photos? What photos?
She says she's been taking photos of you flying around.
When you're not invisible.
And this morning she posted them to the local newspaper. There's no need to look so worried. It's not as if they could be real, is it?
Here. Got it.
Where is it?
Kingswell Evening Echo, Unit 11, Wellworth Industrial Estate. It's on the other side of town.
Right. She posted the photos today. They'll be delivered by tomorrow morning. As long as we're there when the postman arrives.
I'm really not sure
We've got no choice, Tom. We can't let anybody see those photos. Oh, you're worrying again.
What do I tell the policeman when he comes round tomorrow?
You tell him Aquila's gone and you don't know where it is.
And where do we put it? Hey? Aquila. We can't tell him it's not there if it's still in the garage, can we? So where do we put it?
We can put it wherever we want, Tom. It's invisible. We can leave it right here. I mean, nobody's going to find it, are they?
Quentin, what are you doing?
It's the ladder, Mrs. Baxter. It won't move. There's something in the way.
I think you better get us out of here.
What's the problem? It's Quentin.
It's the ladder. I can't get it to go against the window. Look.
The sooner that boy goes back to university, the better. I cannot believe it is impossible to hide something that's already invisible. There must be somewhere we can leave it.
And it's hiding out of doors that's the problem. You'll be bound to get birds walking around on it, or leaves, or cats falling asleep on it. People notice things like that hanging around in mid-air.
We need to find somewhere indoors, somewhere nobody goes.
Except us.
Right. And it's got to be...
Hang on. He's here.
It'll take a while to get through this lot.
It won't be a letter, remember? It'll be a whole set of photos.
Right.
Careful!
Got it.
You sure?
From Mrs. Murray, 43 Boycott Road. There we are.
Wow. They're good, aren't they?
You've got the others.
24 total blanks.
I don't know where it went. I just put it down a second, and then when I turned round, it wasn't there anymore. Well, of course, I looked and looked until...
Hello there.
Hello.
Sergeant Freebody. You must be Tom.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see your flying machine today, but your mother tells me it's gone. Pity. Sounded interesting. Still, you tell me when it went missing. When you last saw it, I'll see what we can do.
Oh, no, I don't think it was stolen.
No?
No. Look, it really wasn't important. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere.
Yes. Yes, I expect it will. Can't be that easy to hide after all.
No.
Not many places to keep something that big round here. I'll tell you what. I'll keep my ear very close to the ground. If I hear anything, I'll come back and talk to you about it. Okay?
What did he want?
He was asking about Aquila.
Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
No?
I found the perfect hiding place. Perfect. You see? It's where an eagle should be. It's in Eyrie.
And we keep it in that top bit.
It's indoors, out of the way. Nobody can get up there.
So how do we?
What?
How do we get up there when we want to get Aquila? How do we get down when we want to leave it there?
Oh, now that is the clever bit. Push that white button. Now get out. Programming, you see. Return to location, Eagles Eyrie, please.
Has it gone?
It's up there.
But you can get it back.
Dog whistle, you see. 2 short blasts, and it comes back to... And it comes back to beside me. See? Simple.
And there's room for us up there.
All the room we could want. But it does need clearing up a bit.
Mum? Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fine. I've had some rather sad news about Mrs. Murray, I'm afraid.
What's happened?
We're sending her to hospital. She rang the newspaper this morning to ask about the photos. When they told her they were all blank, she began to realise she must have been imagining it all. The doctor's taking her in on Monday. It's probably for the best. What have you got all those brushes for?
There's something I have to clear up. The doctor's sending her to hospital, Jeff. He thinks she's gone mad.
He's the expert.
But she's perfectly sane, isn't she? There's nothing wrong with her.
Mrs. Murray, are you kidding?
She says she was paralysed by a ray, and she was. She says she's seen us flying around, and she did. She thinks she took photos of us, and she's absolutely right.
Well, I don't see what we can do about it.
We can tell her the truth.
No, we can't. If we tell her, it's all over, isn't it? She'll tell people we'll lose Aquila.
It's a straight choice, Jeff. Either we let a perfectly sane woman go into hospital, or we can tell her the truth. Now, which do you think is the right thing to do? Well?
I'm thinking.
Mrs. Murray, could we talk?
You found it?
While we were on holiday.
It was in a hole in the ground.
But where did it come from?
Well, that was one of the first things we asked it. It comes from Deneb. That's the star in the constellation of Cygnus.
It's a survival pod from a battle cruiser that was destroyed in the 4th Uralian War.
About 6,000 years ago.
Goodness.
It was driven here by a Flezor. Well, he's dead now, obviously, but the pod's still working.
They built things to last on Deneb.
So, you're not aliens?
No.
But you do fly around and become invisible.
Yes.
And you shot that ray thing at me in the garage?
I didn't mean to, it was an accident.
And the photographs? You changed them?
Look, Mrs. Murray, we're very sorry if we frightened you. It's just that we thought
Could
that...
I see it?
What?
Your Aquila thing. Could I have a closer look at it?
I'll bring her round the back. Won't be a minute.
That is extraordinary.
Would you like to sit in it?
Could I? Oh, thank you. Oh.
That's the invisibility button, you see?
What's this?
That's the laser.
Push that white one. That's the button to tell us what everything is.
Oh, look at that!
And these are the driving controls, you see? Up, down, forward and back.
Could I try it?
What? You mean fly?
Well, I'm not sure that...
Yes, why not? It couldn't be any worse than him.
Oh!
That's it. Keep away from the house. Keep it up, Mrs. Murray. Up. No, that's down.
I think I'm getting the hang of it now.
Not so fast. Mrs. Murray, there's a fence ahead. You're going to hit the fence. You're going to...
You all right?
I'm lucky to be alive, Tom. That was a flying death trap.
Well, she seemed to enjoy it.
She's half blind, isn't she? She couldn't see most of the things we were hitting. Telephone wires, chimney pots. She took out an entire row of chestnut trees by the canal.
But you reckon she's not going to tell anyone?
She kept telling me how important it is to keep it a secret. Don't let anyone know, she kept saying, or they'll take it away from you. Then she hit the pillar box.
So, our secret's safe?
I've just phoned the police. Jeff told me the sergeant had been round asking questions. So I rang the desk and I left a message to tell him that it had all been a mistake and that I'd only been imagining things.
That's very kind of you, Mrs. Murray.
Well, you don't want to risk losing a machine like that. Quite extraordinary. I've never known an experience like it.
Neither have I.
Oh, poor old Geoffrey. I think I frightened him a little. Would you mind if an old woman gave you a bit of advice, Jeff?
Advice?
Don't waste your life worrying about things that might happen. It means you miss out on all the adventure and the excitement. Life's like a swimming pool, you see. You have to jump in with both feet and get on with it.
Thanks. I'll remember that.
It'll be all right with the doctor, will it?
What's that, dear?
He won't still send you to hospital, will he? On Monday?
Oh, no, that's all sorted. Chief Running Water worked all that out. I'm going to tell the doctor that I've got confused with my medicines, but that now I feel perfectly all right.
Chief Running Water?
Yes, he thought it would be a... Oh, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting you can't see him, can you? He's a Red Indian. Been looking after me for years. Haven't you, dear?
When you've done that, get round to Denbury Road.
Sarge?
What now?
A call from Mrs. Murray. Said she's found out the boys next door aren't aliens. She's very sorry for wasting our time, and could we not investigate the matter any further?
Fat chance of that at the moment. Like a madhouse out there.
Why? What's happening?
Everything. Trees down, cut telephone wires, a squashed pillar box.
Pillar box?
2 feet tall, flattened like a concertina, and nobody saw a thing.
I've just remembered. Mrs. Murray said she wanted to pay for that.
What?
I don't know why. She just said to send her the bill.
can have a telly as well if we want.
A telly?
She got it for cheap running water, but she says he never watches it.
Oh.
And we wouldn't have to plug it in or anything, would we?
Huh?
The telly. I mean, it'd just run off Aquila like everything else.
Yeah, I suppose it would.
Great.
I've been thinking, maybe she was right.
Mrs. Murray?
Yeah. What she said about not worrying, that you should just jump in.
I'm not letting that woman fly anywhere, Tom. I'm sorry, but...
I didn't mean her, I meant me. Maybe I should be prepared to go a bit further afield.
Oh, right. You've got somewhere in mind?
Well,
I mean, we can go anywhere, you know. See the dolphins in Mexico Bay. Track wild bears in the Rocky Mountains.
I thought it might be exciting to go a bit further than that.
Further? Well, like Australia, the South Pole.
Well, I've been checking the figures, and the range that thing has is incredible. I mean, really incredible. So, I thought it might be fun to collect a few rocks.
Rocks?
Right. From there.
Wow! Now that might be kind of exciting.